Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Winner Circle Sports Betting Podcast. It's your Football Friday edition with me, Sean Higgs. Solo for now. We'll see if Mark Lawrence shows up and Matt Fargo is in transit. So, listen, I can talk. You know that. Don't you worry about me not rambling on here for a good 45 minutes. I can do that. No problemo. Listen, hit the like button, share, subscribe, notification bell on here on the YouTube channel. And, of course, give us a follow on the X if you are watching. I will retweet out the YouTube stuff and all that as well for those if you're watching on the – oh, we're back. Oh, I see on the YouTube we got the phone edition is back. It was missing the other day. Now we got the phone edition is back. There we go. Football Friday Live. I got to show you some I just tweeted out a scarf. I'll show you my Pop-Tarts Bowl swag that I got. I'm a big Pop-Tarts Bowl guy. I think it's a fun bowl. Although, listen, the Cheetos Bowl did a good job. What was the other one? Tony the Tiger Bowl. Excellent job. We'll talk about that in a second. Hit the like, share, subscribe, notification bell on here. GamblesWorld.net for best bets, top plays, premium action from myself and plenty of others who are sometimes with me here on the show. Doug Upstone, Chip Chirimbus, Brian Biller. I mentioned Mark Lawrence and Matt Fargo, Jim Feist, Kevin Thomas, Paul Bovey, Rob Vinceleni, Scott Pritchard, Ricky Tran. We got people for you if you want to make a little money. NFL divisional round playoffs right here. We'll talk about those games as well. Comment section open on the YouTube if you want to get down on that. Now, I'm going to start with Pop-Tarts Bowl. So, I dropped my scarf. I tweeted the scarf out already. Look at this bad boy. It's long. It's I could stretch it out all the way, but we'll do a little half at a time here. Team Swirls. The People's Champion. You got to love it. The People's National Championship. Nice. I enjoy the colors, although I don't need a scarf. I'll pack this up with my $1,000 Circa, Westgate, and Hilton shirts. That cost me $1,000 a pop when I get into contests. It'll be a big swag bag. And then I had to get a shirt. There you go. Nice. Is it on there? I'm behind. I don't know. So you could see it. Pop-Tarts, the back. Look at this bad boy. Dreams really do come true. Fabulous Pop-Tarts Bowl. Oh, man. All right, where are we going to go? We got John's in the house. Sam Darnold, oblique injury, cause any concern? It should, I guess. I mean, what do you're a shot away in the ribs from maybe Drew Lock coming into this game? I don't think the sportsbook's not worried about it too much. The line's only dropped a half a point. That's not all that much. If they thought it was worse, you'd think it'd come down more than that. I'm actually kind of shocked the line was this high to begin with anyway. You know, we've seen Sam Darnold the last 2 years with a good coach. What is he, 27-7 or something in Minnesota and here in Seattle? But look at the losses. Lost to Detroit twice last year, lost to the Rams twice last year, lost to the Rams this year, lost to the Niners this year. Who else did he lose to? Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, the good Tampa Bay team, not the end of the year Tampa. I'd be worried a little bit because you have Drew Lock. And we've seen backup quarterbacks come in and win games before. Maybe they don't have them throw. Maybe they're just going to run the ball with their running backs. It's 1 o'clock on Friday. I don't know when they're doing their little walkthrough kind of thing today. I mean, if I'm a Seattle fan, am I worried? Yeah, why wouldn't you be worried? Your starting quarterback's hurt. Have we seen the backups play in this league? We've seen some bad starters. I mean, I'm not going to come in here and tell you I'm running to take Seattle right now on that news. Danny Boy's in house. Yeah, it's a little solo for now. We'll see if anyone shows up. Lauren's in house. My guy can see. Leave the points at the door. Bears money line. All right, we talked about the Seattle game real fast. We'll jump into Sunday night Rams and Bears. 4's out here. I mean, DraftKings has a 4.5 up here as I'm looking at odds logic. There's 3.5s everywhere else. A couple 4s in some spots. Caesars with a 4 spot. MGM with a 3.5. I'm trying to figure out the Rams being favored here. 10.5 last week to a team they already lost to. You needed and again, they got out to a nice start. You think it was going to be 14-0 real fast. It was 7-0, and then it was kind of a back-forth game. Didn't they have to score with like 30 seconds left to even get in that game to win it? And they come out here again as a favorite, as a road favorite. It's going to be what? 10 degrees. If it's windy, like they're showing this, again, snow I'm not really worried about. Windy, blizzard-like conditions could be a problem. Stafford likes to throw the ball. He's 1-9 outside in bad conditions. And they're saying what? 20 degrees? Chance of, 50, probably got 50% chance of snow. And the fact that they're favored again, the defense to me, I mean, you can look it up. I'm staring at their previous games, and I see a bunch of crooked numbers on the defensive side of the ball here. They're not stopping people. Is this how you stop people? 31. 20 to Arizona. You lost 27-24 to Atlanta. 38-37 Seattle. 41-34 against Detroit. There's a 17 versus Arizona. 31-28 loser Carolina. What are they giving up a game? I mean, 20 Arizona in the final game. And even that game was 20-20 before they kind of broke it open. And you want to lay points to a team in the Bears, and I'm no huge Bears lover. I had a Bears under for the season win total, and they come in to the playoffs. They dropped 2 in a row, not in great fashion when you look at it. But then you look at the other side of this glass. You're down 21-3 or whatever to Green Bay last week in the playoffs. And if a couple plays go right, that game could be 21-21 at the half. But you let a team hang around, and then you end up losing to that team, like Green Bay did. The week before against Detroit, 16-0 Detroit. And listen, game number 1, you think maybe it's a revenge spot. You lost 52-10 or whatever hell they beat you down by. Maybe that Ben Johnson's number. They got to an early lead, and Detroit kind of did whatever they did. They're just out of it anyway. Simple fact is, again, the Bears come all the way back, tie it up, and here we go. They lose last second against the Niners. Another one, no quit, marching down the field with a minute to go to lose 42-38. Could have won the game late. The Green Bay game. Hi, we're going to do an onside kick and kick it to you. We'll still win. No quit against Green Bay. No quit against San Fran, no quit against Detroit, no quit against Green Bay again, and you're going to give me points. Yeah, Lauren. I mean, I'm not going to talk you off of taking a money line play here. Go back to the Rams defense or lack of defense. I don't think they should be favored. Are they a better team? Probably. Better coach? Yeah, he's got the playoff experience, all that kind of nonsense. But I'm not looking to lay points with the Rams right now. And the crazy thing is, we could easily say, let me just look at the Rams schedule. We can go back to before that Carolina game and say, oh, man, the Rams are probably the best team in football right now, right? Where were their losses to? They lost on a fluky game to the Eagles, blocked field goal, and they lost in overtime to San Fran, a game that San Fran had a backup quarterback where McVay got really too cute for his boots, tried to pull some crap out of his ass, and ended up costing him the game, and they lost in overtime. Could have been undefeated, thinking, wow, this is the best team in football. And now here they are on the road after a couple wacky losses coming down the stretch. I'm not looking to lay points with the Rams. Not interested. John, the Seattle Rams do meet and Darnold's out. What do you think the line will be? Well, I mean, you're asking if both teams even win. Rams in a rematch with no Darnold? I mean, the Rams might be favored in that game. In Seattle? I mean, a month ago, they were a 1-point dog. So now you're starting quarterbacks out? You might be a 3-point favorite, the Rams. Magic Mars in the house. 2:45 Saturday morning in the Philippines. It's Saturday. So if it's Saturday, you should already have Friday results for the games tonight. Is that how that works? Thanks for joining, John. 2:45 in the morning. Freaky Personal plays the game. Niners win by 10 to 15 points. Magic Mark, too. 10 to 15 points? Is this you're thinking there's going to be no Darnold? You just think they win by 15? 13-3, 17-13, 20-17. The last 3 games they've played. I'm thinking it's a big number. 2 touchdowns. Nevada Maverick, Sammy Dimes. Yeah. And the update is he's hurt, apparently. Again, we'll know more today. I mean, the books moved a half a point on it. So they usually have better information. He's banged up. I can't see him not playing. Playing and leaving hurt? Possibility. Then we'll get a Drew Lock sighting. Jacob Kowong and the Niners will be the receiver we never heard of that will have a big game. So, not as depleted as the Bills wide receiver core, because that's a 3-man team right there. Jennings, Robinson, Tonks, not bad. I think Jesus Tech, whatever, the big dude, the fullback, will probably get some looks. I can't even find this guy in the depth chart. Who is this guy for the Niners? Sky Moore. Whatever happened to him? I had a Sky Moore anytime touchdown when they were in the Super Bowl. No, one target last game. I mean, Robinson got 7 targets. Juszczyk will line up at tight end. I mean, you got Tongs. We saw Tongs do a little bit during the regular season. And maybe that was just because it was, Mac Jones quarterbacking going for, a little safety net kind of play. But I don't hate that. Even him just out of the backfield. Trent Williams is playing. Yeah, I can't see him sitting out. McVay LaFleur, revenge game on behalf of Matt LaFleur. Because he's an old guy. I mean, how about a revenge game? I'm thinking next week for you got them against Seattle. You're talking about this week versus the Bears. Not loving the Rams being a favorite. Seattle has one true receiver. Nisba Cup is old. She's a special team player. Yeah. But still, listen, Cup is a guy who's going to find a spot, get where he's got to be, make a play. Like, don't underestimate that guy. I mean, they brought him in there because he's a veteran. The Horton injury hurts. And listen, Shaheed's not bad. I will probably do a Shaheed anytime touchdown just because he can run one back. I mean, listen, Smith is awesome. He's all NFL. A banged up Darnold, though, I think we're going to see a lot more of running back tandem stuff. Maybe look at A.J. Barner, tight end action. Darnold unders and Walker Savard overs. Yeah, that's what I just said. If it's bothering them, like throwing, I mean, again, I don't know what side it's on, but you think the twisting, you'd feel that. Definitely uncomfortable. Danny Boy says, Niners need to practice somewhere else. EMF substation conspiracy. Oh, my goodness, Danny Boy. Where are they practicing? Seattle versus the Bears at a title game. Look at this one. I'm assuming I have a healthy Sam Darnold. I'm going to have to take the Bears here. What is this line going to be? 10? If they're giving 7.5 to the Niners, what are they giving to the Bears? Depending on the price, I'd be interested in Chicago. Cold money line versus the Eagles, says Matt Brown. They'll win this game too. Shanahan and Purdy. It's pretty good. Yeah, listen. Shanahan, here's the problem with Shanahan. You saw him lose the Super Bowl to Atlanta, or while he was in Atlanta. 28-3, we all know that one. He was up double digits against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. In the fourth quarter, he ended up losing that one. Guy loses fourth quarters in Super Bowls. He loses fourth quarters in NFC Championship games to the Rams. He can get good play out of his quarterbacks, but he makes some dumb decisions. All 4 games. Who do you think will pull an upset? Honestly, you could say almost any dog here. I would not be shocked. Like, what would be shocking to you? I mean, the Niners are getting 7, which I'm just still dumbfounded by. I mean, I don't know why they're getting 6 from the Eagles like this. The Eagles are going to turn on. Seattle's better than the Eagles. I won't be shocked if they win even as a 7-point underdog. Not shocking. The Bears as a home underdog at home. Not shocking if they win. Is it shocking if Buffalo wins? They started out as the favorite and it flipped to a small dog because they got injury at wide receiver. So if the Bills win, that's shocking. Or if Denver wins, is that shocking? Like the game's a pick 'em one. Whoever wins is shocking. I'm not shocked. And Houston, New England. Houston's played one playoff team. They're 1-1 against them. Well, I guess the Chargers count too. So they're 2-1. I'd be shocked if the Texans win. I mean, maybe that would be the shocking one considering that, Stroud hasn't looked as good as he had in the past. Their best players out, Nico Collins. We saw them without him. They struggle. I guess that would be my biggest shocker. But really, if you told me every away team wins, all right, sounds right. If you told me every home team wins, I get it. I don't think there's one in here where you'd be like, I can't believe that happened. The I can't believe that happened was last week. That would have been, Carolina taking care of business. 10-point fave winning outright. And then maybe you have I'll say Pittsburgh, but I think Pittsburgh probably getting love as an underdog. I'm playing a championship, college football championship. It's got to be Miami. Play is up. I got to play in this game. Miami or nothing. You look at this line here. 8.5s. I mean, this was at 9 the other day, Lauren, from a 7.5 opener. I'm a Kane guy. I was just watching the UD last night. I watched a doubleheader. I'm a Miami guy. You see my Schnellenberger sign mini. This line to me is like the 7.5 Seattle opener, like the 3.5 to 6.5 Eagles. I'm wondering, why is this so high? Does Miami have the better defense right now? Yeah. They're ridiculous right now what they've been doing on defense. But the Cristobal effect to me, I can't get out of my mind. And even last week against Ole Miss, these guys make some bonehead personal foul penalties. Indiana, they're complaining about Indiana because they're a bunch of older guys. Well, they're going to get under young guys' skin. And that guy's going to do something stupid. Cristobal can't rein them in. That's a 15-yarder when you don't need it. Maybe they're multiple 15-yarders because they're just acting a fool out there. Getting, down. It could be 7-3. That game turned into, 17-6 because of stupidity. I can't. Listen, if Miami wins, hey, I'll be happy. I'll have to get a new banner. I used to have the old banner hanging with all their titles on it. But I can't. I can't get faith to stake them out of the gate here. Like I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe tease this puppy up, get more points, get 2 scores, get 14 or something here. I can't even do that. I'd be shocked if they lose this game 30-13. No. But I'd be shocked if they won 30-13. I wouldn't be shocked. But again, Cristobal to me, not in it. Stop, Gio. I just saw you in the other room over there, Gio. Good to see you. Good luck to you as well. Flores best fit. I mean, I can't believe this guy's going to get another coaching job. Man, I don't think he's going to Baltimore. Why do I feel like Arizona? Arizona might be a spot. And that Steeler job, who's going to Steeler job? It's got to be a young cat because the Steelers don't want to just fire somebody after 4 years. They're going to get a guy minimum 10 years, unless he's totally pathetic. And I don't think they want to end up with Flores. You don't have a quarterback. Who, you're running back Aaron Rodgers next year? If you're running back Aaron Rodgers, he's going to want to say who the coach is. So I bet you got a 2-year coach. I think whoever takes over that team jettisons Rodgers. You put what's his name in? Not Mason Rudolph. The other kid. The Ohio State guy. Will Howard. Will Howard's the quarterback the entire season unless he gets hurt or maimed. Get a bad draft pick and let your new coach find a quarterback. And then you go down the same route. In 3 years, some new guy comes in. He's not my guy, and he's start all over again. Purdy is 4-0 at Seattle, 4-0 divisional round for Shanahan. Niners on the money line says Magic. Mar, SF Diner fan will be happy with that. Feel like if you put your energy into teasers the way these games are lined, you could absolutely kill it. Yeah. I mean, if you had what? You could have gone both sides there in the Rams game and made that all right. Rams -2 and right because they went off 10. So depending on the what would that been? Oh no, that's a 6. I was thinking if you're doing a like some crazy 10, 14, 10 team or some crap. Either two 6 leg, two team sixer. Buffalo and Seattle. I see people doing that. And you know what? I understand. But I could also say, you know what? You want to do Denver and the Niners. Like you want to put the Niners up to over double digits. Again, I know people are like, well, you only do this and that during the teaser. You're jumping into teasers. You're having fun with your money anyway. So, you know what? If I'm going to do a teaser on a Saturday, why am I going to play games? I'll do, you do a 4-teamer, get to, take crazy 10 points. I mean, if you think they're going to be all right in the 6-point range, then do it in 10-point range. And I don't condone this kind of behavior. I'm just throwing it out there for those who like to do that. Danny Boy says, like the teaser angle, let's go. Is it better to tease favorites down or underdogs up? For me, I think your best thing to do is it's who you like. I mean, you're going to follow somebody else. Like if you like a dog, tease the dogs up. The way these are, they want their parity. Danny, look. You're going to, a 10-pointer here. Seattle, you got the Niners plus 17, Buffalo plus 10, or Denver plus 8.5, Houston plus 13. You know, Chicago at home plus 14.5 points, 14 points versus the Rams. Don Cheekies. Broncos or the Bills. I saw a lot of, Sean Payton's 4-0 with his bye weeks in the playoffs. That's with freaking Drew Brees. Now with Bo Nix. That's how Bo Nix beat the Jets 13-11. He was down in that game 11-10 in the fourth quarter. I saw him have to run 40 yards to kick a field goal to beat Davis Mills on the road. I saw the running back have to break one to win 20-12 over the Titans in week 1. I saw him beat the Raiders 10-7. I know the Bills are without their wide receivers. This is one of the top rushing teams. Josh Allen's the best quarterback. May might win the MVP. Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the AFC. No Lamar, no Mahomes, no Burrow. You better take advantage. You're on a Super Bowl. You're on the road. You're on the road because you lost to Miami, because you lost to Atlanta. You lost to the Texans. So by no stretch it'll mean is that the Buffalo doesn't have spots. They're a dog with fleas. They got their own problems. Mainly the defense. And if Jacksonville had a head coach, they would have ran the ball a lot more than they did. You got two guys running the ball for 8 yards a clip, 14 carries or whatever, 12 carries for 120 yards. You don't run the ball. Payton won't make that mistake. I actually kind of like the over in this game there, Don. Low totals, people like to tease the dogs up, buck the rules, though. If you're going to go with how the thing is, you'd probably like the dog in that spot anyway. I mean, I'm all for plus points. You're going to be 17 with the Niners. I'll take a shot at the Niners plus 17 in the 3-team 10-point teaser. Even 13, right? You can tease up 6. I mean, if I'm gonna get crazy with my odds, I'll go right into the deep end. San Fran plus 10. You're gonna be Buffalo plus 11. Excuse me, San Fran plus 17. 11.5 with Buffalo. 13 with Houston. 14. I'll take every dog. And you know what? I do another one with every favorite and just go the opposite way. Lions mixing Dolphins former head coach as their OC. That won't be a bad move, I don't think. Don't frown on that one. That might little kick in the ass for you guys, and he'll get back into the good graces of I could actually maybe coach down the road. Some guys are just OCs. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. On the flip side, I totally get I want to be a head coach because there's only 32 of them, and I could say I was a head coach once, no matter how crappy these guys do. But if you're that good as an OC, I'd be like, you know what? Pay me. Pay me like I'm a head coach, bro. Don't worry. You want this puppy to hum? I'll take care of it. A lot of defensive guys come coaches. They're not good coaches. Quinn. Phillips for Dallas. You saw it. Is Lions defense good enough to win? I think it's Lions defense from Lions. Texans good enough to win. Yeah. Texans defense is as good, equal to, maybe you want to say a tad less than Seattle's. I saw Seattle give up 38 and 37 to the Rams and to Tampa Bay at home. So I'm going to say the Texans are right up there with any team for a good defense. You're not going to – no way you're going to get me to say anything negative about that. Look at these scores here. What's the most points they gave up here? 29 – what was this? 36-29 versus the Jags. Colts scored 30. And even that game, I think that was more of who's Riley Leonard? Do we even care? And then it turned into something like, oh, boy, they came to play. I don't think they took that game serious. Where are the points that these guys allowed all year? Look at the scores against playoff teams. Again, I'm throwing the Colts game out the window as a fluke because I really thought they didn't take Riley Leonard serious. I thought it was like, all right, we're going to beat these guys by 10, 20 points. Who cares? Let's get ready for playoffs. And then they were in a dogfight. 16 versus the Chargers. 10 versus the Chiefs, 16 versus the Colts, 19 versus the Bills, 36-29. Jaguars game was pretty wild. 18-15, you lost to the Chargers. 26-15, you beat the Niners. 27-19, lost to Seattle. You crushed Ravens without Lamar. And then you got a 17-10 loser, a 2019 loser, 14-9 loser. You tell me they can't hold down New England here to under 20 points? You hold the team to 20. What are you saying? Hold the team to 17 to win, so we only score 20? They'll be in it. The defense is good enough to win you a game. But are you going to need defensive touchdowns like last week? That's tough to ask for every week. That's tough. I like the looks. Bills and Niners teased up, and I'll probably tease up the total in the Texans game. Yeah. 3-team 10-point super teaser. Minus 120. The good lines are long gone. There's never 105s. There's not 110s anymore. I know people are like, oh, look at this. You're giving bad. This is what people have to deal with. They don't care. I could preach about finding good lines. The public has been born into DK and DraftKings and minus 120s for this, and even just minus 115s or 117s and stuff on straight up money line, or not money line, but on odds. Yesterday, the team was plus 1.5 points, and they were minus on the money line. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Well, that's it. Out of comments. Let's talk real fast some MLB. People get upset Tucker goes to the Dodgers. Pretty sure the Dodgers were like a smidge away from losing the World Series last year. You get mad at the Dodgers? The Mets came right back today and offered basically a similar type contract with the opt-outs to Bo Bichette. Let's talk about a team like the Astros that has let Framber this year. You traded Tucker last year. Breggy and Correa walk out the door. Franchise guys. Not re-upping them. The Red Sox salary dumping bets. Now, the Devers move looks good. I mean, Devers hasn't lived up that spot. How does Toronto let Bo Bichette walk out the door after losing out on Tucker? What are we doing? And you know what? Do yourself a favor. Just take the Dodgers under. Win total. Haven't done it the last 2 years as great as they are. That's why I call them an underachieving bunch. Two things can be right at the same time. You can win the World Series. That's great. But you know what? The powers that be say you're supposed to win 104, 105 games, whatever the hell you got, and you're winning 99 or 103 through the playoffs. I'll call you underachievers. I'll go viral. I don't care. Hit that win total. I guess they know they have a monopoly on it, and they'll make us pay the premium to get access. Yeah, well, that's what it is. People are going to lay 120, 115. Where are you going? I mean, people just found betting in the last few years. They have no idea what an offshore is or a local. It's fine. But I could be old man yells at clouds about stuff and reminisce, you know. You're welcome for the show. You're welcome. Well, so it was only me, so there wasn't really much to talk about. I mean, I ran down the games here. Told you I like San Fran, Buffalo, Houston, you know, Bears. So I'm not loving Cristobal. So Monday's show, Doug Upstone, Chip Trimmers, myself, we will be recapping the weekend. We'll have something for the Natty, maybe a prop or something in that game. Talk about the upcoming games. College basketball free picks on the YouTube channel. We'll be pivoting that way. 11-6 plus 640 with college basketball. 1-0 for a nice $100 winner with our NBA. So let's start moving a little bit to the hoop side of things. Yeah, Dan, we were talking about the name before. I said I just can't. As much as I love the Canes, Cristobal, I'm not loving it. This guy, he's undisciplined. We've seen him do stupid stuff. I don't want to bet Miami. And this line was at 7.5, 8.5, 9, steady 8.5s. Man, you might twist my arm into an under here. Miami's got good defense. Indiana's not afraid to just run the ball and take what you give them. Mendoza's not going to make a mistake. He's just going to be workmanlike in his work. If you guys go to short. Want to run the ball, they run the ball. That's why he's not some sexy Heisman guy with 4,500 yards and 44 touchdown passes. Not what they do. Not what they do. You want to do an under here, 47.5? You can do that. You can do that. But there you go. I'm going to wrap up since I'm solo. I can't cover. We covered all 5 football games. MLB trades. One of these. The Jays fan hate to see Bo leave. Why they got all the money? You guys got more money than the Dodgers. All right? I mean, like, who owns Toronto? Doesn't like the Space Needle or like the some global conglomerate own Toronto? You don't want to pay? I know what you're thinking. The AL is wide open. Who do you got? You got the Yankees who are going to be without Rodon and Fried for half the season or a quarter of the season. And they have one hitter. Baltimore has, Trevor Rogers had a nice season. Other than that, you like that staff? That staff's going to get them to the top 95 wins? Good lineup, Baltimore. Let's see if these guys bounce back. Red Sox spend a little money. You could have took a step forward with a signing there. And then you have Tampa Bay, Tigers, Cleveland, Seattle, no matter what, can't hit when it matters. Go all in. Go all in. That close to the World Series last year. You're welcome, Danny boy. But I'll wrap it up now. There you go. 16-9 in NFL. How about that? I guess that's pretty good for me. So enjoy. Get on board if you want me at gamblersworld.net. Get just today. I would say a 3-day pass, but get that 7 or 30 day. Don't miss out on college hoops and any hockey and NBA I'll put up next coming weeks here with the football winding down. 8-4 day yesterday college hoops, not too shabby. But we do got a leaderboard at Gamblers World, so check out everybody on there. Each sport, NBA. You want to bet NBA? I'm not an NBA guy. I got like 13 NBAs up for the entire season. Not a lot of action. College hoops? Gotcha. NBA? Not so much right now in January. But there you go. Hit the like. You've stuck around for 45 minutes with just me. That was nice of you to come by. Like, share, subscribe, notification bell on. Winner Circle YouTube. GamblersWorld.net for mine and everybody else's top plays. But go get mine. Listen, support the channel. Least you can do is hit the like button. Get a weekly pass. I got all 4 in the college football up. So that's a 5-pack of winners for you there. And I'll have plenty of college basketball. Plenty of college basketball on a Saturday. But that's a wrap. I think we took care of it. There you go. Happy Friday. Back on Monday with Doug Upstone and Chip Chirimbus. It'll be a Monday football show. So don't miss out on that one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.